What brought me here and what I love about UW Tacoma and the Milgard School of Business is that it's in Tacoma. I grew up here, I live here, and to have a school within my community is extremely awesome. My most rewarding class that I've taken here at Milgard is Business Communications with Professor Evie Shankus, and I've learned amazing new things that I haven't taken into account to realize how to communicate professionally with an individual, with corporation, or with people who are younger or older in the community and at work. I have networked, I've met amazing people, and I've also participated in events here on campus like the Professionalism Week where I met Joe Lawless, and I attended the etiquette dinner. I think we stand out because we have heart, we have integrity, and we have diversity. We come together and we can overcome anything, and I think all of us as a collective unit make a great school.
So I'm officially the transition program manager here at the Northwest Seaport Alliance. And what that essentially means is the ports of Tacoma and Seattle prior to 2015 competed against each other for marine cargo that came into the Puget Sound. What I do specifically as the transition program manager is bring together previously competitive groups of people and help them to collaborate more as a team. Seeing those same groups of people come together and work as if there was no competition before. It's amazing to see how the change in atmosphere impacts one's outlook on what they can do. You know, it's that realization of the opportunity that's available and not letting old relationships, old competitiveness, all that stuff get in the way of that. So I think one of the most rewarding things for me is being able to be involved in that evolution. Embrace networking opportunities. Networking is almost a cliche word to use at this point because it's so commonly used, but it's so uncommonly taken advantage of. And networking is not just going to a social event where there's a bunch of sponsors throwing a party for people, there's music playing, and you can go talk to people. It's not just that. Now, certainly those are opportunities, but it's networking with your professors, with other students in your class, with coworkers. Don't just hear networking and think it's a scheduled 6 o'clock meeting on a Monday afternoon or evening. That is not only network. That's not all there is to networking. It is taking time to speak with somebody for 10 minutes at a coffee break. It is, walking down to the Starbucks down on Pacific Avenue and you see a line of students standing like, spark up a conversation. Hey, what degree are you going for? I see you're a student, or whatever it is. It doesn't even have to be just about school, but it's making sure that you're cognizant that networking is really one of the most fundamental opportunities that provide future progression, future opportunity.
Fortunately, I've been able to work with two larger companies. So the first company I worked with was Apple, where at first I was a specialist. I was helping customers with solutions. So if they needed a Mac computer, if they needed an iPhone, whether it's for personal or business, I would be the one that would be able to put together the solutions for those customers. And then later on in my career at Apple, I was able to work as a designer for one of their internal teams, where it was a lot of branding projects. It was a lot of putting together templates for the project managers and program managers to use. And then currently I'm working at T-Mobile as a web designer. So literally anything you see on their website, I've had some kind of touch or some kind of input that has allowed me to take some of my experience, but also a lot of my education, and tie it into a real world application that everyone, literally millions of people, are seeing every day. I would definitely recommend specifically the Milgard School of Business. And not just because I was born and raised in Tacoma, but it's an experience that not only has it been a cultural experience for me, but also a professional and educational experience that I've actually seen working at Apple and T-Mobile, that these are the kind of things that actually matter And this is something that I was very excited about learning, that what I'm actually learning through the Milgard School of Business is highly applicable to what I've done. Don't take anything for granted. You have a lot of amazing professors that are at just as high of a caliber, if not better caliber, than some of the professors at UW Seattle. A lot of people feel like because they're coming to UW Tacoma that maybe they're not getting the type of education that they could have been getting at UW Seattle, but I would say it's definitely false. You have a lot of very smart professors that have a lot of experience, and sometimes people take for granted that they're just coming to class to get the grades, when really they should be communicating with their professors to know what they've done with their career and how it's actually